People are understandably talking a lot about the physical transformation in the film that you underwent in order to be the younger version of Bruce Willis. And it's remarkable, the vocal cadence and the mannerisms, but I see kind of a larger transformation in that I feel like in the lion's share of your performances, there's this inherent kindness that comes through. And it's in Looper, but this is a man that's drowning in violence. So was that liberating to tap into? Was that uncomfortable?
Well, you're right, and thanks. He's not, you know, the guy playing Looper isn't exactly a hero, especially at the beginning of the movie. He's sort of a lost soul and just doing what he can to keep what's his and make some money, even though he's killing people for a living. And yeah, it's not a pleasant headspace to spend time in, but that's where you go. That's the intriguing and that's the challenge. That's the intriguing challenge of playing a character that's really different from yourself. And that's what I love about acting most, is just playing characters that are nothing like me.
Something that I talked to Rian Johnson about was that this is a really violent movie that is basically about the cyclical nature of violence. So,
well put.
For you, does that create any kind of internal conflict, or as an actor, or no? Or
well, sure. I think that you know, movies are the most popular form of storytelling right now, and I think it's kind of the job of stories to address some of the worst things that are going on in the world. Right. And it's true that a lot of Hollywood movies kind of glamorize violence and just use it gratuitously to titillate an audience. And I don't think Looper does that. You know, Looper is a movie that's about violence. It's about, like you said, the cyclical nature of violence and how violence perpetuates more violence, and the question of, well, can you stop violence with further violence, or does that just create an endless cycle? And these are kind of hard questions, and I really admire a movie that can tackle those hard questions, but still in an entertaining way.
I have to say that I think that diner scene with you and Bruce Willis is an instant classic.
Oh,
and
thanks.
I think a lot of people will agree with that. And it's like this outward manifestation of an inward dialogue we all have with our younger self, where we just want to like yell at them. Does it strike you that way? And also, how surreal was that?
It is sort of surreal, and you're right, and that's kind of the crux of the movie, is what would it be like to actually be face-to-face with your own self, your future self, or your past self, and that can't happen in real life, and that's where the beauty of science fiction comes in, and the device of time travel, and it's a really clever use of those things, and yeah, it's not a movie that's about time travel. It's not like one of those sci-fi movies that's about all the shiny sci-fi toys. It's a movie about this pretty substantial question. It uses the genre in order to get at that question.
Just really quickly, I love Rian Johnson's films because they're so enjoyable to watch, but you can engage with them on multiple levels if you want to. How would you recommend Looper to AMC audiences?
I would say, just like what you're saying, you know, if you want a movie that on the one hand will entertain you and give you the exhilaration of a banging action flick, but on the other hand, will give you something to think about if you want to, something to chew on, and something to talk about when you're leaving the cinema. This is one of those movies.
Thank you so much. We love the movie.
Appreciate it.
If you enjoyed this video, please click the like button below, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and join us at amctheaters.com, and watch one of our other AMC Movie News videos below.